But please, I need you to give your love and your energy, to Saoirse.
I'm known for my appetite, for holding tight to whatever I'm given, for devouring everything unhealthy just because it's there. I sit at the table, napkin on lap, like my father taught me, my father who was the first one from whom I begged for crumbs. I sit at the table, mouth closed, so I don't expose my salivating tongue, young and composed, so no one knows this ancient hunger that never goes away. Down my throat, I cram every morsel you'll offer me. The half-hearted apology for leaving bruises on me, the promise that you'll stop drinking every night, the promise that you're not actually cheating, the promise that I'm just crazy and really everything is fine. The promises are hard to choke down, but I haven't had a square meal in my whole life, and this is all I know. So rather than feel the hollow pangs in my stomach, I'll stomach the lies, I'll take what I'm given and say, thank you, sir, just like I was taught. When I'm banished from your table and move on to the next, I think I might finally learn the feeling of fullness, but I've forgotten to hide my hungry eyes. I've gotten sloppy and allowed my own demise because every lazy chef knows when a customer comes to him half dead, digging through the bins outside, he can feed him whatever he likes, throw them the scraps, and save the good stuff for someone else. I know I shouldn't, but I scroll through photos of happy friends, their sated smiles, their unbruised arms, their fullness making my insides growl all the more. I claw at the hollowness, drooling, thinking I want a taste of that. Desperate, I ask them how can I find someone who will give me more than rotten leftovers tossed on the floor? They tell me I have to stop accepting so little. But I am a beggar, and beggars don't get to decide what they eat. I begged my father to love me, to stay in my life. I begged my big sister to take a break from the torture and just play with me. I drank every last drop of the stagnant water they offered in return, making myself sick, but always coming back for more. My parched lips barely forming the word please, my eyes dull and too dry to cry, and you're telling me like it's easy to simply demand better? To ask for a Michelin meal when I'm used to licking the plastic crevices of a TV dinner? Wow. Okay, I'll give it a try. I sit down at the next table, and when the chef tosses me a moldy crust of bread, I politely clear my throat and ask for something fresher. And the chef flips the table and says, "You should be grateful." So I cry and kneel and clasp my hands and say, on china plates or Tupperware, you can lay the barest fare. No matter how it's presented to me, I swear, I'll pick it clean. I'll keep it down because to vomit would insult you. I'll keep it down because something is better than nothing. I'll think maybe I can learn something from this mess, something about my obsession with excess, my fantasies about endless buffets where no one can deny me a thing. But fantasies aside, just once, I want someone to say, "Aren't you hungry, darling?" So I can say, "God, yes, I'm starving." And then I'll be hand-fed like an injured dove, like someone who's never felt love, taking it in tiny gulps, careful not to overfill my shrunken stomach. I've kept my gut from retching up all the poison I've been fed, so I'll be damned if I can't keep this down. This one good meal, not the feast I want, but the nutrition I need. But that meal isn't real, and I feel my intestines reeling back, slip sliding, hiding from the fact that I'll spend forever tearing out my own throat for a chance to get at the bones you throw. And I know that your love feels an awful lot like hate, but I am begging you, please, just let me lick the plate.